Coach Joe Smith here, and you're not going to believe this. I mean, we've had all these police shootings here recently, past several weeks, several months or that. And they all, or almost all of them, end up happening to be a police officer. Most of the time a white police officer, even though there's been a few times where a black police officer was present at the time. But it's always a shooting of a black person. And it's like, well, it's not because black people are out-of-control criminals that try and murder everyone they come across. It's because the police are racist. Is why they keep getting shot. It's the narrative that the left and liberals and Democrats and MSM want you to believe. Well, here's the thing. Well, we had this shooting or something other, altercation in North Carolina in the past couple weeks or so. It was captured on video camera, body camera, worn by the police officers. And by the way here, North Carolina has a state law where all police officers on patrol, on duty, on street duty or that, have to wear a body camera, a video camera on their body, and recording during the altercation, during the confrontation, or whatever. That way it either gives more evidence against the perpetrator, the criminal, in court, or if the police officer actually went overboard and went out of bounds to step across the line and did stuff that they're not allowed to do. And if the police officer broke the law, used brutality or something or other, then those video cameras, the footage from the video cameras will help, I guess, perpetrator or defendant or whatever, in a either criminal or civil claim against police officers. So a lot of people are saying this is a good idea to have a police officer. In fact, overall, since a police officer has been wearing these body cameras, the number of claims against police for police violence, police going overboard, police brutality and stuff like that, the number of claims filed against police for that sort of stuff has been like cut in half. It's like dramatically down. It's like way down. It's like a fraction of what it used to be. And people are like, well, are the police being better behaved because they're now wearing cameras? And some people say, yeah, that's probably it. The police are better behaved now that after wear cameras, and now that everything they do is on camera, so police are probably better behaved. Other people are like, well, maybe the criminals are being better behaved now that they're on camera. If the criminals aren't trying to instigate these matters. Maybe the criminals aren't trying to fight the police as much. Maybe the criminals aren't trying to steal the police guns and tasers and shoot the police with them, like at the Wendy's in Georgia as much. Maybe the police, or maybe the criminals aren't trying to fight the police and jump back in their car so they can grab a gun and shoot the police, like Daunte Wright did as much. Now they know that they're on camera, and if they do get shot by the police for trying to fight the police or trying to shoot at the police, well, it's on camera. The police were justified, so they'll die in vain because it's like, well, it's just another criminal trying to shoot the police, got shot and died. Next. So, either way, maybe it's a little bit both. Pretty sure that police, on the most part, are kind of paying a little bit more attention to what they're legally able to do, lawfully able to do by the law, and I'm pretty sure that's part of the reason, and part of the reason is criminals are being a little bit better behaved towards the police, so they don't get stiffer sentences and stuff like that for resisting or assaulting the police and stuff like that. So it's probably a little bit of both parts there. But overall, since police have been using body cameras, these complaints are like cut in half, like drastically down. So it's like a success. But here's the thing: in North Carolina, Democrats in North Carolina now, just a couple weeks after a police-involved shooting where a couple cops resigned and 5 others were placed on leave or suspended or something, pending investigation. Well, now for some reason the Democrats want to repeal the North Carolina state law requiring police officers to wear body cameras. That's right, the Democrats do not want the police in North Carolina to wear body cameras anymore. So that way the police can't show and prove that these black people were out of control and shot first. That's right, the Democrats want to ban police body cameras from officers in North Carolina, so that way the police have no proof that they're acting in self-defense, that they're defending themselves, that their lives are threatened. The Democrats don't want any proof to be used against these black people that are pulling knives on the police, or shooting the police, or assaulting or attacking the police. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think that about the Democrats want to ban these altercations from being videotaped? Why don't the Democrats want it videotaped when a police officer stops you? Police officer pulls you over for a traffic violation. Why don't the Democrats want it recorded on video? Is it that way that criminals can kill the police? And they can blame the police for doing something wrong to instigate it? They want, like, human traffickers, kidnappers, child molesters, drug dealers, and drug traffickers, and murderers to be able to kill the police and the police not have video evidence that the police did nothing wrong. That's a child molester or murderer that shot first. Is that why the Democrats want this banned? I mean, there's really no other reason to want police body cameras banned unless you want the criminals to have free reign, unless you don't want the police to get any evidence that might put the criminals in jail longer. Don't want the police to have it on video camera opening a trunk and finding 4 3-year-old girls tied up in the trunk of the car from a serial child molester or serial kidnapper. Because, that wouldn't be fair. That could be used against that serial child molester and kidnapper in court. And it's like, the cops pulled him over for expired tags and opened the trunk and found 4 3-year-old girls tied up in there that he's been raping. See, that's it. The Democrats are trying to pass laws or repeal laws to make it so child molesters and rapists and murderers and drug traffickers can go free without the police gathering evidence to put them in prison. And the Democrats don't want any kind of proof that this black person shot at the police first, justifying the police shooting of them. Because that would hurt their narrative that police are racist and are out to just murder black people at random. So there you go. More proof Democrats are racist. More proof of systemic racism by the Democrats in America. And more proof that Democrats support child molesters and rapists and murderers. Burn, loot, murder. It's been Joe Smith, signing out.